Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who will be on the show with us here for today. Millz Young will be signing in a little later. We got Alex Smart with us, Big Al McMordie. We've got Shane Mickle, Al Ninos, and Tony Brown from Las Vegas, Nevada. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Smart, McMordie, Brown, Mickle, Young, Ninos, and I will close this one out. All right, guys, on the board today. Got a big hockey game here. We'll have a couple picks from that game, and as well as picks from Major League Baseball. So let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim, where he does fine work up there. So let's get Alex in right now. Alex, how's it going?
Yes, buddy. How's everything, Tony? Good with you?
It's great, doing great. All right, Here we go. Good one here. Game 5 between the Rangers and the Lightning here. The Lightning become favorite now at $1.25, total 5.5. But you're going to be looking at this one a different way.
Yeah, I'm looking at this one from a very interesting way. We all know how the trends have gone on the totals here. Should be a lot of goaltending, good goaltending tonight, but I think they'll need to be. And lately, what's been going on with Tampa Bay is they've been really picking up their shot ratio production. And, I mean, they've been on the attack full out and taking shots from all over the place. Not always a lot of high-quality shots, but still, once again, a lot of shots. They've averaged 38 last 4 games of the series, the first 4 games of the series. So we move to Nikita Kucherov. And Nikita has really been aggressive lately. He's been hot, and I think they're going to continue to feed him tonight. We've got a total on his shots on goal at 3.5 at most shops, and I can really see him eclipsing that. He's eclipsed it in his last 2 games, of course, and he has also, I think, what do I have here? I saw that he also had, okay, I missed it. I wrote it down and I missed it, but it doesn't matter. He's really lighting things up, and the Rangers, coincidentally, are ranked 13th out of 16 teams in the playoffs for shots against. Anyway, Kucherov is hot. He's going to take his shots on net. They're going to feed him all night, and I don't know what the goaltending is going to do. That's not an important point, but the goaltending's been good, but it doesn't matter. It's the shots, and it's an over here with Kucherov.
All right, we got Alex head going over 3.5 shots on goal. Nikita Kucherov. Yeah, we talked about this a couple days ago about the Rangers' schedule, right? They had that 7-game schedule, and they've been on this one day off, and one game every game of this series. And at some point, there's going to be some wear and tear. And a lot of I was reading the feedback after Game 4, and a lot of people thought the Rangers looked a step slow in that Game 4.
Yeah, and I expected them to be slow, and I expect them possibly to be slower as this game goes on. And Tampa Bay, I mean, with all their experience, their playoff experience, they're the defending Stanley Cup champions, they're aware of the Rangers. It may not seem so with a 2-2 series, but the Rangers are on the ropes and they're tired, and they're going to be very aggressive here. So, like I said, that little pinpoint of a Kucherov over 3.5 shots, I think, looks like a very viable wager for us tonight.
Yeah, you get Kucherov over 3.5 goals. Take the goaltender out of it. Just basically get the goals, get the shot on goal, and he's the guy. Over 3.5 goals. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. You can watch it over on ESPN. All right, Alex, let's go over at Pick Dogs Premium here for today's action. Of course, you're doing great work in the NBA. Day off from the NBA, but they're back on the court again tomorrow. We still have some baseball on the board. Looks like a dozen games still remaining here. We do have a action there from NHL, as we talked about. And, of course, the CFL kicks off tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, well, we don't have any CFL action tonight, but, it's interesting to know, too, that the Calgary Stampeders are 3.5-point favorites at most books here tonight. And Montreal has been a cover machine against the Stamps in the past, covering 10 of the last 12 visits here. So, this is going to be a good one. And Winnipeg, big favorites tonight, but they should be. And that's what I'm looking at tonight. But I'm not going to pull the trigger or anything. Just giving people some hints here on what possibly could go down. Also, tonight, we've already got our baseball up. We had a couple afternoon games and one this evening, so it's already gone. So we'll be back tomorrow, more Major League Baseball and an NBA selection tomorrow.
That's right, guys. Got to work with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs from great work in the NBA this season. Of course, his actions are off already, but you can get on board with one of Alex's long-term passes. He has a 3, 7, and 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of his premium plays for that time period you select. When you go over to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. So again, Alex's plays, he's got 3, 7, and 30-day all-sports pass. Long-term passes, your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Alex, as always, great having you a show. Continue your success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Take care, Tony. Have a good weekend. Bye.
You got it. Alex Smart here on The Drive to. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You have Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. In the morning show, you got Mitch, Chris, and Brian Biller. And then it leads up to us here at 6 p.m. Eastern time with The Drive Thru Monday through Friday. Also, a MMA show at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays with Millz and Brad Francis. You can watch that. They shot that yesterday, so that's available right now on demand. So check it out over on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Millz has been on fire here with his MMA picks. Let's continue on here on The Drive Thru. Now it's time to bring in the top units producer for 2022 over at Pick Dogs, and that is Big Al McMordie. Let's bring Big Al in right now. Al, how you doing today? You got sound, Big Al?
Hey, Tony. I think I've got a shaky internet connection, so I apologize for that.
No worries at all. All right, here we go. 9:40 Eastern time on MLB Network. We have the Angels here sporting that losing streak to host the Red Sox. This is now $1.10 on both sides, total 8.5.
Yeah, Mike Trout came across the wire, so he's again tonight. I guess you got to hold your nose. We lost 14 in a row. Boston's won 7 in a row. The big picture, not the small. The Red Sox are only games ahead of the Angels. The Red Sox are 30. And when I take a look at the 14 losses by Anaheim, 17 losses the Yankees and Blue Jays, who own the top 4. And even more importantly, 17 losses were by a 1 run, including all 3 games thus far versus the Boston. So, yes, they've lost a long losing streak. When you look at the context of this streak, they've been in a lot of these games that could have easily won, several of the games. So I'm not giving up on the Angels, even without Mike Trout, and I know Rendon's out as well. But you've got Shohei Ohtani on the mound, and you look at his last 2 starts versus Boston. He's pitched brilliantly in his last 2 starts, one this year, one last year. He's only given up 2 runs in 14 innings. His ERA over that stretch is 1.28. His WHIP is 0.78. He's going up against Nick Pivetta tonight. Pivetta, in his career on the road, his teams have won just 21 of 55 starts. So I'm thinking this pick-up situation would take Ohtani and the Angels over the Red Sox here.
All right, we got Big Al here with the Angels minus 110 against the Red Sox. Of course, and Ohtani will be in the lineup hitting in this game as well. So kind of interesting dynamic where we see this all the time back in the days when the NL had the hitter, but now a really good hitting pitcher now is going to be hitting as well.
Sorry, my internet. I'm not getting what you're saying.
Yeah, I understand. Just a little bit of break up there. So we'll conclude here. Big Al here on the Angels minus 110 against the Red Sox. This one will have a start time 9:40 Eastern time on MLB Network. All right, Big Al, let's take a go over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight. We're the top units producer over at Pick Dogs for 2022, 3,642 units of profit, all documented. So you can verify that over at Big Al's page over at Pick Dogs Premium at Big Al McMordie's page there. Okay, now we got that big hockey game, still about a half dozen of games from Major League Baseball. I don't know if you're in CFL, but the CFL is in action again tonight. Just begin their season. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I've got a Heights game from a perfect 7-0 in offs going with my selection. Already posted my Belmont Stakes winner for Saturday's horse race. I cashed the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. I've had tremendous success in the Triple Crown races over the 10 to 20 years, so I'll play tonight.
That's right, guys. Again, we're with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium, showing great results. Top units producer for 2022 over at Pick Dogs Premium, also showing great profit last 30 days, coming off winning day yesterday. Of course, his Brown Stake winners up there. As Big Al was talking to you, he's been on fire with the Triple Crown races. It cashed again in the Preakness as early voting paid very well, $13.40 to win. And of course, a good place of return as well. So get on board with Big Al with that, or if you prefer, the long-term passes are your best value. You can get his 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of Big Al McMordie's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, that 7-day pass will include the Belmont Stakes, as well as all his baseball, hockey, and NBA. With that 7-day all sports pass, you can add a second capper worth the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there with the top units producer for 2022 over at Pick Dogs. That's Big Al McMordie, all documented over at the site. You can visit his handicapper page. You'll see all the plays there, graded and recorded there, fully transparent. All right, Big Al, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and I know we can catch you on the weekend shows as well.
Yeah, I'll be on the weekend show Saturday and Sunday, and folks can join for a great discussion at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the weekend.
All right, and great to have you on the show. As of course, the internet connection gets great right when the segment's over. But anyway, have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you again next week. Big Al McMordie here on the drive through. All right, guys, be sure if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. So make sure you check that out. Let's continue on here with the show. Let's go over to Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's hot in LA. So you know it's gonna be very hot in Las Vegas. Let's bring him in right now. Tony Brown. Tony, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tone?
It's going great. It's going great. All right, here we go. We've got the big hockey game on tonight on ESPN. 80 Eastern Time features the Rangers here to host the Lightning. The Lightning road favorites here, $1.25, total 5.5.
Yeah, that's an interesting play right there. You got the two-time defending champ, so it's like I see they're favored on the road or whatnot, and they tied this thing at 2. They got all the momentum coming in. This game was too close to call, so I couldn't really give you the free play on that one. I had to really dig into it, so I made the game pick a premium pick. However, I'd like the total in this one. The Rangers are 8-1 at home. They've won 8 straight. After losing the first playoff game at home, they rattled off 8 straight, and it's purely because of the defense. Igor Shesterkin, I hope I didn't bruise it too bad, but Shesterkin, he's been just as good, if not better, than Vasilevskiy, and that's a lot to say because Vasilevsky's the 2-time reigning defending champion, man. Like, if anybody can stop goals, it's him. And Igor's been just as equally as good. This series is tied at 2 with both teams winning at home. It's back in New York, so I think New York is going to keep up that good play on the home ice, and both teams are going to be standing on their head. You know what they say, offense wins games and defense wins championships. This is the Eastern Conference Championship with a trip to the Stanley Cup Finals on the line. I think both defenses show up because this is going to really determine who might win Game 5 when it's tied at 2. The winner of Game 5 usually goes on to win this series, so I think goals are going to come few and far between, and I think that 6 goals to beat us will be a chore. I like the under in this one.
All right, Tony Brown says go under here, Rangers and Lightning in this one. You think of Tampa Bay, you think of a really fast team, a high-scoring team, but do you realize they've gone under in 8 of their past 9?
Like I said, offense wins games. That's why they were one of the top teams in the beginning of the season. That's why they, win a lot of games. But to get these championships, you got to buckle it up on defense, and they ran into another defensive juggernaut. Like, it's easy for them to shut teams out. They have one of the best goalies of all time. They didn't expect Igor Shesterkin to do just as good as Vasilevskiy, so now these games are really low, and I think this one will be no different.
Head-to-head, they've gone under in 5 and 6 against each other. Tony Brown here on the Rangers and Lightning under 5.5 goals. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern Time. You can watch this one over on ESPN. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Pin right now. We've been on fire on the ice here. 2,409 units of profit in the NHL. That is all documented. Also showing great profit over the past 30 days as well. Showing profit again in MLB. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we had a good day. I wanted to say also, too, don't forget to buy the hook in that hockey game. If you buy the hook to 6, now they need 7 goals to beat us. If they get a 4-2 game, that just gives us a push. Whatever. They actually would need 7 goals to beat us, and I don't even think this one reaches 6. So buy that hook. It's not a lot of money, and it can really save you or, even getting a push. Goal 1 is to win money. Goal 1A is to not lose any. So a push is better than a loss. Don't forget to buy the hook. And as the plays for tonight, I already had 2 baseball games go off this morning. We had a big money line underdog winner with the Phillies beating the Bucks, and
Nice.
then I have the Dodgers on another money line winner. These are excellent value picks, minus 120 and plus 145. We don't do all that high money line stuff. So I got 3 picks left. I got 2 more games in the MLB for tonight, and then of course I got my NHL playoff perfect. You can get them all individually and bang your bookie 3 times over.
Well, did you put that game final already in the Dodger game? I think they're still playing, so we don't want to put that one to bed yet. That one there, we got the White Sox are put two on the board, bottom 9th. They got the winning run at the plate, so we've got to hold the horses on that one, right? Unless you're.
Oh wow, my bad. I thought that game was already cashed already.
It's 11-7,
so we're holding on to go 1-1, hopefully.
Yeah, we're holding on. We 2 outs left here for the White Sox, but they are sporting some sort of rally here in the bottom of the 9th. But we just got one more out to go here. Hopefully, a close final here, and we don't get stuck because I'm on that one too.
I think it'll go final by the time we get this one to make that prediction come true.
Absolutely, guys. Get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers have been fantastic here in the NHL. 2,409 units of profit, all documented here in the NHL. Of course, showing profit in MLB. If that Dodger game comes in, even better for Tony Brown. Of course, Tony has plays up there from the NHL, his best bet up there, best bet winner there, as well as a top dog from Major League Baseball. Of course, you can get on board with the long-term pass. This is your best value. You have his 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. You get all of his premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase. They'll cover all the major sports that Tony Brown is in action in Major League Baseball, NBA, and MLB. And of course, Tony, we always talk about this year-round. The year-round player out there, I don't look at your VIP one-year pass.
Yeah, it's the best pass. If I wasn't me, that's the pass I would buy. You get every pick from every sport, every league, championship, playoffs. There's nothing you won't get. If I release it, you're going to grab it, and you only pay one price. No upselling, no grabbing individual passes per day, per play, none of that stuff. Every single play for a full 365 days of play for a little bit over $3 a day. If you're serious about making money, you can't afford not to grab that pass.
That's right, guys. Got over with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here in the NHL. As of this minute, he's showing profit in MLB. So, guys, get on board with Tony Brown. Of course, a long-term pass. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Tony, it's always great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Always good to be here. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you guys next week.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the drive to. Let's continue our coverage, guys. We've got a lot of people coming in here. If you miss any of our plays, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive through. We're going to go ahead and welcome in Shane Mickle. You can find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring him in right now. He'll be looking for Major League Baseball today. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball tonight, and you're at neck of the woods here, 7:40 Eastern Time. We'll feature the Twins here to host the Yankees. The Yankees 220, total 8.5.
Yeah, the Yankees bit me yesterday, but I'm going to go back to the well here and take the Yankees again. And this is all a fade of Dylan Bundy. But Bundy started out the season okay for the Twins, but he's really struggled as of late. In his last start, he went 2.1 innings, giving up 8 hits and 6 runs. And I just don't think the Twins are going to have that type of run support like they did last night. It was a little shocking what they were able to do last night, but I don't think they're able to do that against Garrett Cole here. I think Bundy really struggles. I don't love laying the 1.5 because of the juice, so I'm going to lay it all the way to 2.5 and get the plus money. Take the Yankees minus 2.5.
All right, we got Shane Mickle here on the Yankees. Lay the 2.5 here at plus 120. You get the plus here with the Yankees. When you lay the 2.5, win by 3. Yeah, Bundy has just not been good this year. ERA of 5.5. The big drop in the strikeout rate, 19%. He's pitching to high contact. 1.71 home runs per 9 innings. That's against the league. Against the Yankees, what do you think? They might hit 2 against them tonight?
Yeah, I think so. And it's humid out in Target Field too, so that ball's going to be flying. I've seen some comparisons here with Chris Archer, who, he had been struggling, came in last night and pitched well, but Chris Archer still has at least a little bit of strikeout stuff, a little bit of nasty stuff. Dylan Bundy, every time he throws the ball up there, it's who's going to catch it, or is a fan going to catch it in the outfield?
All right, guys, I'm just getting on board here with Shane Mickle here on the Yankees, laying 2.5 runs here, plus 120. Tony Brown's got me riled up here. He called the Dodger game a winner, and it's a close one here at the end here. So we got the Yankees here laying the 2.5 runs, plus 120 against the Twins. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern Time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. We're showing great profit here in the MLB. Still a handful of games here from Major League Baseball. Half a dozen here to go off. We got that big hockey game. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I'm also on the Dodgers today. So if Tony Brown jinxes us, I'm not going to be very happy with him. But anyways, for tonight, I've got a few packages left. I have my one NHL play individual package for $34.99, or I have my last 3 MLB plays, $39.99. Hop on something long term. My MLB has been strong to start this season. I just see the Dodgers did cash, so those numbers are going to go up a little bit even more. So hop on something long term. The 7-day pass. I will have UFC plays out this weekend too, so check on that, and let's make some money together.
Let's make some money. Great news in my ears. Get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Pim. You see the numbers have been great. 541 units of profit in MLB, all documented. You can verify those numbers when you go to Shane's Handicapper page. And, of course, you go down to Pick History. All the plays are there. They're graded immediately, so check them out. As Shane was talking about tonight, we do have a half dozen plays here from Major League Baseball right now going off here. Game here tipping off here just in about 15 minutes when you can get on board with the Shane's Lightning Rangers winner. That's the big hockey game tonight. It's sold as a guaranteed. Remember, all the one-off packages, your individual plays, your one-day passes are guaranteed now. So these are guaranteed. The long-term passes are not, but these one-off plays are guaranteed. So if the play wins, if the play doesn't win, you get those credits credited back to your account. So he's got the Lightning Rangers winner up there. Also, the long-term pass is the way to go. The 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of Shane's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, you can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Shane, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Sounds good. See you next week.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive through. All right, let's continue on with our show. Guys, if you miss any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here. Let's welcome in Millz Young to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim, where he's done. Man, he's been on absolute fire in the MMA. Millz, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony T? How you guys doing today?
Doing great, doing great. All right, we're going to be looking at a player prop from the game we just talked about here as the Twins here host the Yankees. We know the Twins are the Yankees are big favorites, and this one total sits at 8.
Yeah, man. Talking about that Yankee game, man. Yeah, definitely lean for Yankees in that game. Definitely can't lose. So, I seen on, nice little lean. I'm going to be looking at this one a little bit different, though. I got a player prop that I like to get you on top. This guy, I wouldn't say he has this team's number, but 3-0 record with the ERA of 0.95, 26 strikeouts and 3 appearances versus the Twins. I'm talking about Cole. It's going to be a cold world. Garrett Cole, over 7.5 strikeouts. If you would have gave me that prop 2 years ago, that would have been a bet on automatic prop. The same thing that's going to be going for him in this favor. Check it out. Everybody in this Minnesota Twins lineup that's playing, besides 2 players, he has a strikeout against. Certain players in here, he already has 4 strikeouts against. I want to say like Polanco and stuff like that. So I look for Garrett Cole to go over that 7.5 strikeouts, and that's my player prop to get you on top.
All right, player up to get you on top here from Millz. Garrett Cole over 7.5 strikeouts. He's got to get to 8 or better, and he's done that when Millz, 3 straight and 5 of his past 6 starts.
Yeah, he's been hitting his strikeout prop as of late. He started off a little bit slow, but now he's getting in there and he's getting them in early. So I look for him to stay in at least to the 7th inning. So definitely 7.5 strikeouts for Garrett Cole. Even with the winner or loss, it's still obtainable.
All right, there you go from Millz. Garrett Cole over 7.5 strikeouts. This one will have a start time, 7:40 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight, where you've been on fire here, just building and building and building on your profits in MMA. Of course, we've just had your show on Wednesday nights, and we got a card coming up this week. But tonight, we got 6 games from Major League Baseball on the board. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Man, I had one play that already went off the board. It was my baseball play of the day. I only had one that I was feeling. Besides that, I put up my official play underdog for my UFC card coming out Saturday. It's up there now. I really love this underdog spot. That number's not going to be the same as the days go by. So I put it on there so you can get it now. But if you're smart, you might want to get that 3-day pass, because if you get that 3-day pass, you get my plays for tomorrow and Saturday. Saturday on this card, I'm having at least 4 UFC plays. 2 underdogs that I like. What you get with my plays, you get a breakdown of why I like them, pretty much, and what I give you as a bonus is either going to be a parlay or a prop. So, definitely don't want to miss out on those. You get 2 bets in one. So, get that 3-day pass, get the 7-day pass, whatever it is. Pick Dogs here. We're going to build this bankroll up and try to get you that positive cash day by day.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs. Premium seed numbers in MMA, 1,520 units of profit. That has been outstanding. These units have been building and building and building over the weeks. Of course, he hosts a show with Brad Francis on Wednesdays. You can watch the archive of it now on the show. Get on board with that UFC underdog money line play. You can buy a standalone play or get, as Millz was talking about, get his 3-day pass. So he'll get you all of his premium plays here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Include the plays tomorrow and Saturday. So get on board with that 3-day pass from Millz over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can make it a 2-for-1 cap promotion with that 2-for-1 capper special. Add it, Brad and Millz, right? That would be a great combination with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. You can't go wrong there, right? That's the way to go.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, Brad Francis is killing it everywhere, right now on the leaderboards too, and why not build it up and put me on too, I'll get you some money on Saturday. My premium picks last week, we went 4-0. Before that, we went 3-1. I mean, the numbers is there, the records is there, but, hey, I'm loving this card too, man. So come on over, man. Build me up. Put me on your cappers. I mean, hey, the host is the hottest baseball capper right now, so go ahead and team me up with Tony T and see what can happen, man.
That's right. That's right. We can go together, me and Millz here on the 2-for-1 cap promotion for 3 days. Your best value right now at Pick Dogs Premium because you want to get those MMA plays here from Millz Young, who's been absolutely on fire. 1,520 units of profit, all documented. Visit his handicapper page at Pick Dogs. Go down to Pick History. You'll see his plays. You can see he's been cashing here, and he'll cash again for you this week in the MMA. But you got to get that 3-day All Sports Pass to take full advantage of it. All right, Millz, as always, great having a show. Continue that success. I know we can catch on Pick Dogs with that MMA show with you and Brad, and you also contribute on the weekend shows as well.
Yeah, actually, so we weren't able to drop the UFC show yesterday. We're actually going to be doing it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is going to be roughly around, I want to say, 8 p.m. Eastern time. But look for it live on there. Besides that, check me out Sunday morning with the Pick Dogs. I'm waking up early, Cali time with these guys, 6:30 my time, breaking it down, talking everything sports related. Nobody's doing it like us. So, it's kind of like food. You get a different variety. Somebody might give you a different play, a different way on the pick. You might not agree with the team, but we might, come up with something in between, like the score, to get you some cash. So come on over and check us out, Pick Dogs. We got it all.
Got it right. Check them out. Millz on Sundays. Look for the drop on or the live show here on Friday about 8-ish Eastern. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right. You want to get that great information from Millz and Brad. They've been knocking it out of the park here with their UFC picks. All right, Millz, continues that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
All right, Tony T, man. Everybody hit that like, man. Love you guys in the chat, man. Let's go cash tonight.
It's cash tonight. Millz Young here on the drive through. Let's continue our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Of course, the like, the thumbs up, the subscribes. Greatly appreciate that as well. Let's continue on here with the show. If you missed any of the picks, by the way, we do a complete recap at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Next up, let's go over to El Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. We'll bring El in right now. He's been on fire in NHL this season, so let's go over on. He's on Skype right now. El, what's happening?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing good. I was sweating that Dodger game. I didn't think it was going to be such a sweat until Tony Brown almost put the kibosh on it.
Yeah. Someone's always got to do something like that. But yeah, no, I started setting up for the show. We're up 4 runs, as you said, and next thing I know, I hear you talking about we're only up 2 and whatever, and had to turn the TV back on and sweat that one out real quick. But yeah, they pulled it off.
They pulled it out. 11 runs was just enough there. Okay, here we go. We got one at 8 Eastern time tonight between the Royals and the Orioles here. The Royals are moving up. This line's kind of moved around a little bit. They seem to settle here on the Royals' favor here. It's now $1.15 total, 9.5.
Yeah, slight favorites here with the home field advantage, but that's about it. I mean, it's tough pitching matchup here too with Chris Bubich and Jordan Lyles, 2 guys with pretty rough ERAs here this season and for most of their careers. I could look at the over, but then again, it's not like you got 2 very good lineups going at it either. The Royals still without Mondesi, who's been out for a while. Hunter Dozier's now missed the last 2 games, and he won't be back for this one either. And with those 2 guys out of the lineup, I have to give the edge to Baltimore's lineup. And I think that's what will make my decision for me in this one. I guess Lyles does have the better numbers this season, but Bubich started out with a 67.5 ERA his first outing, so he's slowly been trying to work that ERA down a little bit. coming off a good start, I just against the Astros of all teams, who have been a little up and down, especially offensively. But again, I just don't see him having two good outings in a row here, even if he is going up against this mediocre, to be kind, Orioles lineup. But I'll take a shot with the Orioles on the money line here.
All right, here looking at the Orioles here, the money line -105 against the Royals. But there's one area where I saw there's some advantage here in this game, and it's with the, believe it or not, the Orioles bullpen. They've been holding up, and you got to give them credit because of the teams they face. Like they face the Yankees, they face the Red Sox, they take the Blue Jays. Of course, the Royals bullpen has been atrocious here. I got to give the Orioles credit here for the division they're in, the teams they face. Their bullpen has actually put up some pretty good numbers. Yeah,
that's a big edge we got there going for us too. But again, be interesting to see how well they keep those numbers up throughout the season. And of course, I don't think they'll be too worried about their numbers against this Kansas City lineup tonight, so they should be okay tonight.
Yeah, Bubik, a really high contact rate, 14% strikeout, 15%. Well, he's just, again, it's very puzzling that he's in the lineup here. He's had big struggles here. So we got the Orioles here -105 here against Orioles -105 here against the Kansas City Royals. This one will have a start time of 9:40 Eastern time. You can watch it over on MLB Extra Innings channel. That was the other L. And this is the L right here. This L, Royals and the Orioles. All right, Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring, where you've been on fire on the ice here. 2,904 units of profit in NHL. That is all documented. When you go over to L's Handicapper page and go down to the pick history, you'll see every play that's up there. It is fully documented on the site. Of course, tonight we got half dozen games here from Major League Baseball. We have that one big hockey game. What do you have going on over at the site?
I got that hockey game you mentioned. Big game tonight, obviously, back in New York. And I have my best bet out in the MLB as well, and a couple extra plays in baseball for everyone of the long-term passes. So grab one of those or the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Ninos over at Pick Dog Spring. Great results here in the NHL. He's got plays up there. He's got his NHL Thursday power play. It's his best bet, one hockey bet today. Here we go. Get on board. It is guaranteed now. These individual one-offs, one-day passes are guaranteed. The long-terms are not. But you also have individual play here from Major League Baseball. So 2 standalone games are from El Nino. So if you prefer, go long-term with El. He has a 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass as we close the weekend out. Might just get that 7-day pass. Get all of L's plays Thursday through Wednesday. That will cover you for the weekend. Remember, we're guaranteed NBA until Monday, right? We got still the Friday game, we got the Monday game. If they continue on, the NBA continues. So good time to get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs. We're guaranteed 2 more hockey games as well. Yeah, so we have a lot of action. Of course, baseball cards now are filled up here the remainder of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's a good time to get on board with El Ninos, the 7-day all sports pass. You can add it second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al, as always, great having on your show. I know as a Dodger fan, as a Dodger fan, you don't feel too sorry for the Angels, but I will tell you that a cowboy hat thing was really getting to me, so I'm kind of glad that it jinxed them.
Hey, you didn't like the Nickelback intro thing?
No, I don't like any of the cowboy hats walking in with it. That just seemed no.
Yeah, well, they got to figure something out. I mean, I think they should just focus on baseball rather than trying some ridiculous stunts. But yeah, they're still a good team. They got to just get their game back.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Al, have yourself a great evening. And of course, we'll talk with you tomorrow. But I know you also contribute on the weekend shows as well.
That's right. Yeah, I should be back on here tomorrow, but then 10 a.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday. So check that out.
Yeah, check them out there. All right, Al, have yourself a great evening. Al Ninos here on The Drive Thru. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Actually, my pick is next, and then we'll have the recap. So let's continue on here on The Drive Thru. So let me get my game information up for you right now. As we'll be looking here at this one between the Atlanta Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates to 720. The Braves 275, total 8.5. I'll be looking at the total in this one. I'll be going under 8.5. I'm going to really count on this Braves pitching staff to hold this weak-hitting Pirates team down here, and they are a very weak-hitting team. You do have JT Brubaker going on the mound, but something here, of course, Atlanta did pound to Oakland, but the Pirates actually are getting better performance out of their bullpen, so I'm going to look for that to be in play here, as we do have Brubaker on the mound. Has not been put up good numbers. Had that one great start against the Dodgers, but he does have 22% strikeouts. The ground ball rate about 41%. Now, we know Fried's been a stud. I mean, a real good stud here. Look at 11 starts, ERA 2.74, whip of 1, 22% strikeout, great controls, getting 52% ground balls, not a whole lot of home run damage. So I'm going to count here on Fried And J2 Brubaker, limited damage to him, and the bullpen's here to kind of clean it up. So we'll be looking at that under 8.5 in this one between the Braves and the Pirates. Guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I got a 3-pack. My play came in. I had my $15 pick was a winner here with the Dodgers. Dodgers finishing it off 11-9. I have a 3-pack, number 2 units producer over at Pick Dogs and MLB document over at the site. So get on board with my 3-pack today from Major League Baseball. Also, you can get on board with my long-term passes. I have my 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of my premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to the my Handicapper page and make that purchase. You can match me up with the 2-for-1 cap promotion, match me up with El Ninos. You can match me up here with Alex Smart, Big Al McMordie, Tony Brown, Shane Mickle, Millz Young, who's been red hot in the MMA this year, or El Ninos, who's been hot on the ice. 2-for-1 cap promotion, our best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on with the show. James Clark, well, he just doesn't. Someone's asking about James Clark. I guess we just our showtime isn't fitting for him right now. So we hope to have James Clark on pretty soon, but just the time, it does not fit his schedule. So we were not able to have James Clark on this week, but hopefully he'll be on soon. We're hoping that we can be on soon. Just doesn't fit his schedule at this point. Let's continue on here with the drive-through. Now it's time to do the show recap. Let me bring up the plays here from today's show. All right, we got it started here with Alex Smart. He likes Nikita Kucherov over 3.5 shots on goal against the Rangers in the hockey game tonight. Al McMordie, the Angels -110 against the Red Sox. Tony Brown, Lightning, Rangers under 5.5. Shane Mickle on the Yankees -2.5 runs +120 against the Twins. We also had in this one, we had Mills on Garrett Cole over 7.5 strikeouts. Al Ninos was on the Orioles -105 against the Royals. And yours truly here, Braves Pirates under total of 8.5 runs. And by the way, I will tell you the Rockies are now final, winning 4-2 against the Giants. So you got a dog hit if you had the Rockies. All right, the one I like the most here, well, I like a lot of these here. I do like a lot of these, but I will go here with Kucherov over 3.5 shots on goals. I like that one. I like that player prop there from Alex Smart. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll give out live free picks for the games in prime time. And don't forget, it all gets started every day, 10 a.m. each time. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes in the morning show. You've got Mitch, you got Brian Bittler, you got Chris Ruffalo there. Of course, leading up to our show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with the Drive-Thru. Don't forget the MMA show with Mills and Brad will air Friday night at 8 Eastern Time, so keep an eye on that one as well. All right, that'll do it for tonight's show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew wave. Good night to you guys. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow live.